So to my buddy's landlord, this lock costs $800. I think this is crazy. This lock retails for $145, like at Home Depot. And it is a required lock by my friend's landlord at his commercial property. Today, I'm going to show you how we're not going to have to pay that. I'm going to save my friend $800. And the landlord claims this can't be rekeyed, but we're going to rekey it and prove them wrong. So what we have here is this Schlage lock. It's, one of their commercial series, like, I don't know, light commercial, I guess. I don't really see this in a lot of places. It's got a cool bypass. We're not going to talk about that here on this video. But we are going to talk about how this landlord is, for all intents and purposes, trying to scam my buddy out of $800 plus insulation. By the way, that $800 does not include insulation. You have to use one of their approved locksmiths if you get a brand new lock. So, we looked through his contract and put it through ChatGPT, and it said, hey, you got to use an approved lock. But what it didn't say is that you had to buy a new one. His contract also didn't have a provision for landlord would give you a key to a lock. I don't know. It was really weird. But the landlord claimed to not have a key. This was the tenant's last lock. So my buddy was just like, hey, can you help me with this? So I was like, yeah, sure. Let me help you with this. So right now I'm trying to take off this tail piece here. And it's got a little retaining pin in it. And then you just twist it off. So I push in that retaining pin. Here we go. Then I twist it off. There we go. Yeah. Here, I was twisting it the wrong way. If you haven't seen it, it's a weird retaining pin system there. You'll notice also there's a little piece of metal back there. We're going to keep it there. It's to block the keyway, but the tail piece is already, fully solid. So it doesn't really matter. Got this little clip here. We're going to see if this flies off into 1,000,000 miles per hour. Then I'll lose it forever and cry, because I don't have a lot of these here. And there we go. Bam. Got it off. Ooh. Didn't fly off. Here we go. Today's a good day. All right. So I'm going to try to shim this lock open. It looks super tight on top. This can happen sometimes with locks. It'll just be very, very tight on top. So let me try to shim it still. Let me give it a little truth forward. I don't have my lock picks, so hopefully I can get this shimmed. I'll go find my lock picks if I need to pick this open. But I prefer shimming locks open. It's just calming for me. It's probably because I've shimmed countless locks. Thousands of locks. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how many I've shimmed, but I've shimmed so many that I've lost count. So, yeah, running into a problem. All right, my stubborn self is going to be like, let's see if we can do this. We're going to do this. We're not going to do this. I already know we're not going to do this, but I'm going to keep on trying anyway because I'm stubborn like that. All right, but going back, so I just need to provide the landlord with a working key, or my friend needs to provide a landlord with a working key. We're going to be able to do that, meet these requirements. And, I'm going to improve the security of this lock a little bit. So let me all right. I'm going to give up on the shimming thing. I'm going to go find my lock picks here in a second. But let's, I promise I'm going to give up on the shimming thing. I know I am. I've already accepted defeat, but I still need to try just a little bit. This is how stubborn I can be sometimes. This is probably why I make entry into a lot of places, just because I'm so stubborn. But $800, replace this lock. I was like, what the heck? I was like, who's your locksmith? Like, are they ripping you off? Like, what's happening? Turns out the locksmith is like his cousin or something. So, he's definitely getting a fat cut from that $800. The landlord is, that is. And sometimes, I know some of you have already commented and you're like, oh, landlords are scams, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I'm not here to talk about that. I got the pick set. With the magic of video editing, I found my pick set. So I got the pick set. We're going to rake this lock open here. It's going to be easy. I assume it's going to be easy. Let's see. And before I get embarrassed, remember proper turning tool technique. Never use your thumb. That's a lie. That's a lie. If you pick in the field, sometimes you're using your thumb. Obviously, I'm not in the field here, but yeah, use the thumb sometimes. But on that, if I give this a little 1-2 pump, I should be able to get it open. All right. Clearly, I'm a failure. Don't listen to me. All right, there we go. Now I can feel that it's going. Now I feel good. There we go. Got some security pins in there. How to get around. Got a few spool pins for sure. So the locksmith is a cousin of this landlord. They're obviously getting a cut. I told the landlord, and this is a test I do sometimes. I told the landlord, hey, what if I can get you $100 per rekey and save your tenants a ton of money? Now, I wouldn't actually take that deal because my rates are way higher than what anyone wants to pay for standard, entry or locksmith type stuff. But that's because I'm not doing stuff. Okay. So I got pins stuck here. We're going to fix it. I don't have a half diamond. You don't need a half diamond. I don't know why everyone loves a half diamond. If you got a knife bypass tool, bam, you have the tool that you need to unstuck the pins. And if you get them restuck like I just did, because I'm an idiot, there we go. You can just lift up on all those pins. You don't need the half diamond. You want to count pins, you can use that knife tool as well. There we go. I'm going to push this plug follower in there. And there. I love this plug follower, by the way. It's one of my favorites. Works on a few different locks. Schlage, obviously, it works on. But it's got a little ball detent on it. So let's dump out these pins here. Okay. These pins are stuck in here. I bet you WD-40 was used to clean out this lock before. I don't know. But going back to the landlord, he said no to my offer. And I was not surprised at all after learning the locksmith with his cousin. And, he's obviously trying to make some type of payday on top of that, which is really weird because the rest of his contract was super reasonable for my buddy. And it's just this lock thing that was really weird. Well, there we go. Pull out the plug. I let all the driver pins fall out. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to be replacing them anyway. I'm going to put a spool pin in there, some spools, a serrated pin, and probably an anti-bump as well. I haven't decided yet. So I got my little pinning kit here. This is actually a pinning kit that I made. It is my pinning kit to make challenge locks for Schlage, but it also works as a regular Schlage pinning kit if needed. So, the key pins or the bottom pins if you're an American locksmith, but the key pins are actually Schlage OEM key pins. They're the nickel silver pins. So right here, right now, what I'm doing is actually I'm going and tapping into one of the cylinders, and this is where I'm going to put the serrated pin. So let me put that in all the way. Let me take this out. I'm going to blow on it. Clean off the tool. I like doing it twice. So I'm just going into the same hole just to make sure that those screws are nice and clean. Take that out again. Clean it off here in a second. All right, now we got it tapped. That's a quote-unquote old school locksmith method. You don't really see it used today. But, why not make this a little bit harder to pick? Not that anyone's going to be picking to get into my friend's office. But, yeah, I got the stuff, why not offer it to him? So let me think about how I'm going to pin up this lock, because I've not came up with the code combination yet. Okay. Yeah, so I won't call out the pins, but you could probably do the math on it. Oh no, don't break in my friend's place. Again, picking the lock is not going to be the easiest way to make entry into his place. There are other problems he has. Maybe he'll address them, maybe he won't. He doesn't really, I don't want to say he doesn't care, but it's not on his highest priorities of things to get done to fully lock down his office. He doesn't really have a ton of stuff in it. So, but going back, before you put in all this hate for every single locksmith, for every landlord, there are legitimate times where landlords will charge you outrageous amounts of money. In your opinion, outrageous amounts of money, but it makes sense here. So, you know what? Let me switch cameras so we can get like a super cool close-up view so you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. So, and there we go. We're putting the spool pin in the back. Going back to the locksmith thing, or the landlord thing, let's say they have like an actual restricted system. A restricted system like Medico M4, right? You get M4 keys from Medico itself, depending on the style that you get, but let's say it comes from Medico itself. That key is going to cost a lot of money, right? Sometimes it can cost a locksmith, $100-something or whatnot. Or let's say you have a Schlage Primus 29. That key is going to cost, that landlord $30. They're going to charge a fee, like an inconvenience fee of, $30 to $100 on there. $50, I think, is acceptable, in my opinion, for like a higher security system. And they might actually have your system rekeyed if you lose that key. Hopefully they don't have everything, totally mastered. But regardless, if they charge you $175 for certain keys, that might make sense. If they charge you, $75 for a key, totally could see that, depending on the key. Now, if they got you on a Schlage SC, you use a 5-pin Schlage lock like this is, the key is SC1, freely available, maybe like $10, right? But here's this serrated pin, if you haven't ever seen one of those. Going in there, that's for that chamber that we tapped in. So all those serrations will catch on that little chamber there. And there we go, getting my tweezers stuck. There we go. But, sometimes landlords are charging you $50 for a Schlage SC1 key. It's just crazy. I could never imagine doing that. Now, every landlord that I've had experience with, I've never had this problem. They've always let me swap out the lock to what I want, as long as I give them a working key or a working badge. They are always very happy to accommodate what I wanted. That was that anti-bump pin that I just put in there, if you didn't notice. And I got one regular pin here in the front, of course. But we've always had great success with our landlords. Again, this one is letting my friend rekey the lock, and the contract allows it, but he didn't offer that solution in the beginning. Could be because he's naive, but again, he's probably got it in with the locksmith since it is his cousin. Let me put this plug back in here. But going back, there are legitimate times where the key could cost a lot of money. I don't know if it's more times than not. I've heard some pretty crazy stories before. But, if you ask for an extra key and they're like, oh, it's going to be $50. Well, it might be, right? And even though I could make you a key for like a Medico M4 system or a Schlage, 29 system, it's going to cost you way more than just paying your landlord. And I probably won't make you a key because those systems are still under patent. So unless you got that .gov email address from a group that we actually like and care about, you ain't getting a key from me basically for any of those restricted systems. Let me put this C-clip back on. Right. And then I'm going to put this little spring and retaining pin and then tail cap on. But if you've ever had experience with a landlord just going and overcharging for keying or for locks, let me know. Like, I want to hear about this. I love hearing about these stories. Again, I don't know how prevalent this is, but it's not the first time I've ever heard about it. Obviously, my friend's dealing with it right now. Here's this little piece of brass metal that they had back there. Again, I don't know the whole point of that. I have seen it before in other locks. Yeah, they don't need it in this particular case. They use it kind of like a shield so nothing pokes through the back. But that's not actually how you bypass this lock. This lock does have a bypass. We're not going to talk about it here in this video. But and that blue tape that you see on the lock, that's because that is the code. There is a way to reset the code, even if they did, delete the 2 user codes or whatever in there. There's still a way to reset it. Focus, you stupid camera. There we go. There we go. Let me put this on, and then you got to put it on and then twist it. And if you did it correctly, there we go. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to put this back in the lock. But yeah, let me know. I know this video is, less, is more, we'll call it more me, ranting a little bit. Here we go. We're going to make it so I can't forensically analyze this lock after my friend's office gets broken into. Just kidding. I don't hope his office gets broken into, but, I just want to feel the inside of the lock, see if it's better, see if I've made actually any good changes. All right, give it a little 1-2 pump. And, okay, there we go. So now that I made it, everyone's going to be outraged. Oh my gosh, you can't forensically analyze the lock now. You have scratches, blah, blah, blah. Yes, bro, again, there's a million ways to get in my friend's office. Not literally a million. There's a lot of ways without having to bypass this, right? I'll have to discuss that here, but he's aware of them. If he decides to fix them, that's on him. Happy to help him with that. But putting this back together, almost done with this. Saving my buddy $800. Maybe he'll buy me a beer at DEF CON to repay me. But, I don't know how many locksmiths overcharge for keys or for locks. Again, sometimes that high price is warranted. Sometimes it's not. So, again, it says remove when rekeying. So obviously this lock can be rekeyed. The landlord said it couldn't. I got to go cut a key for this for my buddy now. I'm going to cut a few keys for him so he can give one to his landlord. So he can have one to lose and have one to keep and one for his, coworker or his employee. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. Again, I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your experiences in the comments below. We have a huge, I shouldn't say huge. We have a Discord community. It's growing. I want you to, if you could, like the video. If you made it this far, subscribe. As always, keep learning, keep hacking, stay safe, and don't get ripped off by your landlord when it comes to locks. Save yourself some money.